Welcome, viewers, new and returning again to Saviours DND, our weekly Dungeons and Dragons stream, where we follow the path of our adventures, the Redwall Saviours in the Forgotten Realms. As ever, be really grateful if you could follow us at twitch.tv/SaviorsDnD here, and you'll also find links for our Twitter and our YouTube, where we post the VODs into smaller, bite-sized portions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll read out any new followers or donations at the end of the stream, but I will do my usual round and let the players introduce their characters. So I've always said that I will do this in reverse order at some point. So to shock you all, Terra, tell us about Mara.
Mara is a human cleric of Joaquin, the god of trade. She likes to trade and likes to help out with trade and believe that it's very important for the progress of the realms. And she's a kind-hearted human being. And she has a dwarven companion called Garvin. Sadly, he is not here in the hag hole with us. He is sick in the caravan, sadly. But he is a strong, lovable, gruff warrior or fighter. And I think that's about it.
Superb. Emeros, tell us about Cyric.
All right. Cyric is our yuan-ti druid/warlock, accompanied by a little quattle-looking flying serpent that he acquired when joining forces with some dark entity. And that's me.
Cool. Jabber and Salir?
Oh. It's in a different order. I wasn't prepared this time. Salir is a half vampire barbarian, and he hits things with an axe and makes all saving throws ever.
Well, that may come back to bite you today.
Oh.
I do like it when people sort of make dubious comments like that. And,
You mean like the comment where I said, "Oh, we haven't had any combat in this episode," and then
you've now had
that.
3 straight weeks of the same combat. And last but not least, we have Dombro, who is playing Alton.
Yeah, I am Dombro. I'm going to be playing Alton for you this week, like every week. He is, well, maybe not next week. We don't know. It's dangerous. But basically, he is a gnomish bard. He is a mute. He casts spells through his white raven quill, and he also speaks through quill. So anytime you hear him speaking in game, unless it's like a mind meld or something, then it will be Quill who is actually speaking with his beak and feathers. He's got like
feathers.
Quill has feathers. He's a raven.
No, speaking with his quill and feathers.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right. Thanks for interrupting.
I like tea.
So that's him. Yeah, he's red hair, kind of tiny little gnome forest boy, and he's great. And that's it.
As all the party is great. So,
before we go into that, can I just mention?
Very much so.
So last week we had the unique distinction of getting our first piece of fan art, which is incredible, and we love that. So I'm just going to show you that very quick. It was done by Gaming with Dan Hobbs. He's on Twitter as well. I don't have his Twitter, but if he wants, he can link it in the chat. But I'll just throw it up on screen for you there. This is Steve, and Steve was a beloved zombie. For some reason, it's always Of course, we always expected Steve to be the popular one. We knew it.
For some reason, Alton exploded him with.
Anyway.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Emeros, wasn't it?
No, it was me.
No,
it was you.
Yeah, it was.
Emeros did the first attack.
It was a shatter.
It was a lot.
That's right. Yes.
So anyway, we're super happy with this. If there's anyone at all watching now or on the YouTube videos or anything, and want to send us fan art or Twitter details down below, we absolutely love it. And without further ado, here is Dan's rendition of Steve. And there he is now up. And you will notice that he has his eye. He's gross. Now, the guys can't see this unless they're watching the stream, but he's there.
No, I've
he's
got
there.
it. Yeah, I've got the stream up. It's really cool. I mean, I've obviously seen it, and yeah, it's very
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
I haven't seen
Very,
the finished
very
one.
Yeah,
That's so good.
yeah, right. It's really
it
good.
is. It's really smart.
Yeah. So thank you, Dan, for that. And yeah. Oh, also, we got a tip last week for wearing a silly hat. So we're struggling. So I'm gonna wear this for as long as I can.
I also did
it's
the opposite.
knitwear.
Didn't wear a silly
Yeah.
hat. So
Oh no.
I'm gonna be roasting. It's warm here. You need to know you're doing this to me.
I wore a
Where
high
I
hat
am.
and got nothing for it. I'm not going to bring out the bird mask. That's a bit too much.
Oh yeah, that's kind of
I've
creepy
got
too.
a silly hat and so I'm wearing this.
I'll wear it for as long as I can until I start passing out from heat exhaustion.
I'll add one after break.
This is going to turn into Team
I'll maybe
Fortress.
do that.
And back to you, Squid. I'll
No,
take.
that's fine. And
Yep.
just one last, thank you. It's very cool.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
I think
Yeah.
when we started this, we didn't even know we'd have anyone watching us after 5 or 6 episodes. We thought it'd be slow, but to have people that are watching each week and getting fan art and things is really smart. So
It's really,
thank you again.
yeah. We never expected we'd get this far this fast.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will let us bring us in though. So after wandering the dank tunnels for a time, the party had confronted the hags in their inner sanctum, horrible place with knickknacks on the walls that you didn't get to check in more detail yet, but looked pretty unpleasant. And Mara saw some religious artifacts that had been desecrated and scratched almost so they were unrecognizable. The hags were quite interested in a discussion before attempting to eat the party for dinner. But Alton definitely decided that action was called for and just fireballed them. And a mighty battle then ensued. And as we come back to the action, one hag lies dead, R.I.P. Mana Night Soil. One has been polymorphed into a moth and is currently in a jar in Alton's pocket. And the last one Willa Wormtooth, has started to back away into the tunnels from the inner sanctum from the party. And we are still in combat order, so we're still in initiative, and we stopped at the top of the round. So Alton, it is you. So you're now in this blasted room. There's steam coming off of the floor and the ceilings where the fireballs have gone off and lightning bolts have scorched and soiled. You're still able to see, but the air's starting to sting at your eyes because there's no ventilation here. It's not dangerous. So no, you're not. I'm not going to start making you do constitution checks or anything like that. But it's not very pleasant in here. It wasn't very pleasant to begin with, but it's even more so after all of the action. And the hag has now disappeared out of your sight.
Okay. So I guess we are where on the map?
You're up the top. We're in the room that
Yeah.
says "Here be hags," and you're all pretty much in within about 15 feet of the entrance where that tunnel came in, because you were all sort of peeking round, seeing if you could fire any.
I did. I followed her in.
Oh, you followed her. That's
Something.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
And I got a last shot on her.
I wouldn't be measuring it, Jabber. It's not
Oh.
all to scale.
I was using that for lines.
Yeah, no, that's
So-
fine. But it isn't to
movement.
scale because the image that I've made is a bit squashed and things. So most of the tunnels are actually longer than they seem on the picture. Because I've had to
Yeah.
price it a wee bit.
Mara is somewhere like in the center of the room, encased in vines, right?
Mm.
From what I remember.
Yes, that's right. I think you got out of the vines the last time, didn't you?
I don't think I did,
You don't know. Okay.
because I was thinking about something.
Anyway, it's Alton's turn. We can come back to that.
Okay. If I recall correctly, I had just tried to get her in a fireball. Is that correct? Or I'd thrown a shatter her way or something like that, and she had gotten away from it.
That's correct, yes.
So this is like after my action has been taken, it comes back to me.
No, that was the last turn. We finished before starting, because I made sure we started. We're going to start things. So you've got your full action, your full movement, your full bonus action available to you.
Here be hags. Is there any ceiling on this place? I know we're underground, but is there any view of light or anything coming through in this area?
No, not at all. It is dimly lit, the whole cavern, but it's a series of odd-looking candles and sort of oil lanterns and that are. And there's no natural light coming in. You also know that even if there was, when you came in here, it was the deep depth of night, so you might not see anything. But
sure,
nothing seems to be venting the smoke and steam that's been created by the various fire spells. So,
I think Alton would sort of feel for the spot on his backpack where the jar with Greta is. I think her name is Greta, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Granny Greta.
And with a look of a little bit of concern, he will probably look to Salir and to Cyric and sort of say, we have not much time. We need to get to the surface again.
I believe I am a bit further away from you. I ran, as I said
correct.
last time, I ran
passed
after
me
you.
by.
So, yeah.
Okay, so, alright. So I'll say that to Cyric and Mara, and then I will boot on after Cyric. Sorry, to Salir and Mara, and I'll boot on after Cyric and see if I can catch up with him, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's no more than one movement in front of you, so you can catch up with Cyric, no problem at all. Yeah. You'd be on round that first corner in this sort of bit of the cavern here, where I'm pinging. There.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I just... Alton is essentially going to be trying to get out of there. He is under the illusion, or he believes that they've routed the witch in some way, that she's probably trying to just get out of there herself. Or wherever hags go when they're scared. Where does a hag go when they're scared? I mean, is it like they go to like a nursery school or something, or it's like nice? I don't know. Anyway, that's what he's doing. He ends his turn.
That's right. Salir, so you've seen Alton and Cyric run off in the direction that the hag was last seen in.
Yeah, Salir's gonna go free Mara out of the vines.
Okay, that's fine.
Rip them
I'm
off.
not going to get. I think roll. It's not difficult at all. Let me double check what this is.
16 plus numbers.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem at all.
Thank you, Salir.
Yes, let us leave.
No. And she will point to the holy symbols. We gotta deal with that.
With what?
There are holy symbols hanging from the ceiling. They've all been desecrated.
Right.
And she looks around herself. There are no hags left.
Right. Well, there's one that is a moth instead of a jar in Elton's pocket.
Oh. Okay, we'll have to deal with that then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not in here with the room that is full of smoke and where there is still one hag that is invisible maybe and will come back and kill us.
Yeah. It's not my turn, so I can't take any actions. Just as I'm looking at the turn order.
Is there anything I can just grab quickly that looks valuable in the room? Like, valuable to hags. Just so I can have, like, something
Halfling cat.
The things that I described, without actually taking time to investigate it, that you've seen, is the religious items that Mara just sort of mentioned to you. There's holy symbol, dozens of them on the western wall.
Rip the obsidian pedestal out of the ground.
No, you can tell without looking that you would need tools or something to move it. It's so heavy that
take that with
you. You might be able to sort of shift it a couple of inches or something, but
shove it over.
Yeah. Plus, you don't know how the hell you would get it out, because it seems wider than any of the entranceways that you've seen into this place as well.
Got it.
The other thing that you have seen in here is there are crude earth shelves that have just sort of been scooped out of the side of the eastern side of the, well, actually all around the back wall and eastern side of the thing, and they have a number of strange knickknacks. But again, you'd have to actually go and investigate to see. You can go and grab some without really looking at them. That's not.
Also, they were fireballed.
Some of them were. It's not the whole room. There are certain bits that haven't been fired.
I think he will not bother and just start making his way out of the hag hole.
Okay, that's fine.
Follow going afterward. Sirik and Outlaw. I'm doing it now.
That's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, dogs. Sirik, Salir, and Alton all make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Right, let's see.
8.
Okay.
13.
Sounded like someone from my neck of the woods.
Sirik?
You guys.
Don't worry.
Sorry, sir. Let's see. Sorry for the dead air, guys.
No, don't worry at all.
My UIs. Yeah, let's see if I can get this to work.
Intermittent.
Yeah, alright, let's see. Perception?
Yes.
Yeah, alright. Let's see if it wants to.
Oh, there we go. Right. So, Sirik, you are the only person that hears this, but from further down, so you don't know where round from this bit, but you hear two things. You hear the smashing of glass. Seems almost maybe like a bottle or something that had been smashed.
Okay.
And you also hear the muttering of Willa and a very strange sort of creaking, slithering noise.
Oh. Noticing this, guys, be on your guard. I don't believe that she is alone anymore. And could I catch where the sound was coming from, or was it just down?
It's just where you are. All you can tell is it's coming up the tunnel, from the direction that you're going. But once you get into this next intersection, you're not sure whether it's left, right, or straight ahead of you.
Okay. Well, knowing that it was a glass sound and not like a sword's.
I mean, it's not your turn at the moment. It's because that was just a perception check. That's something that the tag did.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. It is now Mara's turn.
Right. Mara's gonna approach. You found one. Approach the towards the direction of where the icons are hanging from the ceiling.
Yep.
And she is going to cast her. I call it the golden scythe, but that's not actually what it's called. Spirit weapon.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's going to use that to cut down as many of the vines as possible. Because they were hanging from vines from the ceiling, right?
These ones you don't need to do that to cut vines. These ones are all just pressed into the soil on the side of the wall. That was where you found your mace. All the sort of armor and weapons and stuff was all entangled in vines. But this, it's almost like the other knickknacks. There's like sort of wee alcoves the size of the symbol being sort of scraped out and just sort of placed there haphazardly all over the wall.
Okay. And there
So
were
it's very
dozens
easy to pick them up or whatever you want to do. So
Yeah.
if you didn't want to cast that spell still, then that's
Okay.
fine. That's not a problem.
Sure. Then I will not have cast that spell, as I dig it back into my deck of cards. I will instead walk over and try and get out as many as possible. I will not look at what they are, what gods they're from, or anything. I'm just going to chuck them into the bag of holding.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll me a d12 and you can pick up that many in one turn. Because they're all just sort of hand size and it's just...
Oh, that's 6.
Yeah, so you've got 6 of these in your hands. You've still got probably about half your movement and bonus action if you want.
I guess. Right, there's nothing I can do with a bonus action currently, or anything that's actually worth it, because tomorrow combat is pretty much over, from her perspective at least.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's fine.
She's not going to catch up to the others. Yeah, so that's my turn.
Okay. Granny Greta flutters a bit, and Ceric, it is you.
Okay.
You're about sort of here, where I'm. Oh no, I've got the wrong thing selected. Sorry, you're about here.
Yeah, my UI is still getting. Oh, there, I can see. All right, first I'll just take a quick look behind me to see if who or.
So Alton and Celia are close behind you.
Yeah, all right.
They're both within 5 feet of you behind you.
They're wearing weird hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the head of a plumpet. Plumpet
We
you.
try to get it so that your headphones are on the hat.
I'm not even going to try that.
Okay.
That's adorable.
Now we can't hear us talking shit about him.
So
Alright.
what are you wanting to do then, Ceric?
He will just keep running down to the next intersection.
Right, so you can get down to the next intersection. Not a problem at all with your movement. That's all of your movement. Give me another perception check when you get there.
I will.
You are in the mouth of an anaconda.
Damn it!
Anaconda 2.
Roll perception to see if you notice.
A snake inside of a snake.
It's just a box.
Oh, wonderful.
Had it with these
I'm really sorry for today, guys.
Don't worry. We'll get you some dice, and then at least if you've got dice there, we can.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier. Let's see if I can do anything. Oh, that's wonderful. A solid 9.
Okay, so you see 2 things.
Yeah.
With a 9. Bear with me. You see that this tunnel seems to have collapsed and is no longer accessible. Just all you see is it's just like someone's pulled the ceiling down and it's just a big layer of mud and rubble there.
Yep.
And the area here, there is what is quite obviously a globe of magical darkness, and it's absolutely impenetrable, and you cannot see a thing, even with dark vision.
To the south or to the west on the map?
Sorry, on the map, it's the west. Sorry, I forgot you couldn't see the map, what I was drawing on it. The west is where the tunnel's collapsed, and straight ahead of you to the south is where the globe of darkness is.
Yeah, all right. Well, from what I can tell from the map, I assume that I have taken the position as south as possible against a wall.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
I'll just fire into the open tunnel to the west 2 times.
Yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. Make your attack rolls.
I will. Mm-hmm. Now it's okay.
There was once a hag that was so powerful that it took over a layer of the hell. As I'm just throwing up lore.
Oh, that's good.
The hag was... Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Ooh.
You see your Eldritch Blast go, and it doesn't connect with anything; just hits the back wall. You're quite sure that you had a good aim, and that there is nothing in that particular stretch of hallway to the west.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Alton.
So I presume I come out and faced with a similar kind of a thing. There's to the left is caved.
You do a perception check of your own.
Okay. Oh god. Great.
Oh no.
Four.
Yeah, exactly the same thing that you're presented with. The cave in to the east and the globe of darkness to the south.
We came from the south, right?
Came from the east.
No, you came from east, yeah, because you came up from the charnel room and up that way.
Did I see Cyric stalk off down the other corridor?
No, he's if you walk around there, he's just here.
You should be able to see me straight away.
Yeah, Alton will just come up behind Cyric, sort of behind his leg, and he will say, "Well, this isn't making it any easier to see, is it?" He'll wave his hand and dispel magic.
Okay, yeah.
So level 2. I don't know if you want me to roll or.
I'm just double checking
Yep.
how it works. Bear with me. What a magical effect. Any spell 3rd level or lower, the target ends. I'm pretty sure darkness is lower.
Okay.
It's a 2nd level spell. So you cast the spell and the darkness just disappears.
I look down.
What you see there is that the blister vine that had been there has grown almost exponentially. Instead of it being difficult, this entire section of corridor is now filled with blister vine.
So Alton skips off down the south hall. No. Yeah, okay, that's kind of spooky. Okay, I think Alton would sort of turn to Cyric and say, "We should probably be heading," and he obviously points over to the
only way.
the west, I guess. Is it the west of us? Yeah. So he's like, "We need to head down the west corridor.
Yeah. Well,
Somewhere we've never been before. This should be great, and nothing will be hiding there."
Spooky.
It's like something wants us to go down there. Anyway.
right about that, Alton.
Yeah, so I think Alton and Cyric. Well, I know we're taking turns, but I think Alton and Cyric, when they're ready, will start heading down that way.
Yep, absolutely. That's not a problem at all. Yep. Celia?
I will bust down the hall in a light, casual jog, as one might in a desperate situation.
Fair enough.
Kind of just...
Is his chest puffed way out? Oh.
Yeah, when he reaches the corner, he like jogs in place like he would at a stoplight. Seeing the direction that everyone seems to be going, he will then just start jogging down that way.
Yep. That is not a problem. When you get there, make a perception check of your own.
9.
So you see, well, you don't see the globe of darkness because Alton has dispelled it, but you see the same tunnel collapse.
Blister Vine tunnel collapse.
Yeah.
Going the way that neither of those are.
Yeah.
Obviously, something's in this room. All three of us have made perception checks, but no one's been above a 10, so I'll just escape that from my mind as we continue down the hall.
Absolutely. that's not a problem. Are you using your action to go further?
Yeah,
or you
yeah. I'm
just-
gonna action dash.
Okay, that's fine. Now, if you bear with me,
Can I hold a bonus action?
No, you can only bonus. You can only hold actual actions.
All right.
Mm.
That is inconvenient.
It is. Isn't it?
I wanted to hold a
Appointed!
rage for when I see something.
No, you either have to choose to rage now in the hope that you can hit something, or not.
Nah, I like taking full damage.
Good.
It's been useless so far today. No one's hit it with anything physical, so I mean, what's the point?
Okay. So this is another passage as is now very familiar, you know, the vines dangling from the ceiling things. The big difference in this is it widens out in a bit, and there are several barrels in various stages of decomposition. You can see the dampness and the humidity of these tunnels has started to get to the wood. They had all obviously been very high quality made barrels. You see no markings obvious at this distance to see what's in them, but they are starting to. There's holes and things in them as a start of thing. And yeah, as you approach, something else nasty comes out of the barrels.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm in the right thing. So you see, oops, damn it. Sorry, I'll take that back there. A lovely big swarm of centipedes comes out of the barrels and
Oh,
attacks you.
beautiful.
Mhm. Hmm.
I feel it. Feel it. Deep in the bones.
Yeah. So they are going to come out and attack you. Well, actually, I better roll initiative for them, so they might not. They rolled a 14, so they will go next.
Why did it have to be centipedes?
I know.
Yeah.
And it's a swarm of them, so it's like
Yeah, it's not a
thousands of
giant
legs.
centipede. It's a swarm of ordinary-sized centipedes.
They're all
Right.
gross.
I know,
Yes.
it's even-
And there's
Even worse.
thousands of them. The thing is, they're like this sort of dark, almost burnished sort of bronze color with red streaks on them. They don't.
Ugh.
Do they have
Do they look-
oily, wet insect legs?
Did they look poisonous?
Ah, stop.
I know, but that's the grossest part about centipedes, dude. They're gross.
Does they look-
Everything.
Is they look like they're always oily?
Yeah, they're
They
greasy
look
or
like
something.
they're always lubed up
I mean,
centipedes.
technically, it's just the chitin, and I know that it's just
Yeah.
shininess, but it looks really oily and gross always.
Yeah.
Well, we like having lubed up centipedes, so
Are we rolling initiative? Is that what's actually happening? Now?
we're still in
No,
the
you were
roll.
still in initiative.
Oh, okay.
I was adding the centipedes to the initiative order.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a carrion crawler, is it?
No.
Carrion crawlers.
No, it's not. They're big single. You've fought carrion
Yeah.
crawlers before,
We killed him, and we killed
so
his
the
baby.
the party knows what carrion crawlers are.
Yeah. When did we fight a carrion crawler? I don't
Dwarf,
remember
the dwarven ruins
Where
up
you got
by.
edge of the mountain.
that. Oh, yeah.
It was actually, I think it was a pretty close fight, actually, if I recall.
Yeah, but you
I
were
don't know,
much
it
lower
wasn't
level.
fun. Yeah, it was much less fun.
Anyway,
Oh.
so you've moved up. You see these things swarming out of the barrels. Any bonus action you want to do now?
I mean, I still can. Bonus action.
Yeah,
It's all happening on your turn.
This is your turn. Yeah, that's what I said.
Then yes, I'm going to rage. Bugs!
Not insects.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Bugs!
We can ill afford another Clendathu.
Let me use all my rages just on these centipedes.
May or may not be wise. Okay, so It is then the centipede's turn, and you see they come out of the barrel, and they're just this writhing carpet across the ground, and they start coming up your legs and getting in under your clothes, and you are just getting bitten to hell, and we shall see if that has an effect on you.
I'm going to roll a composure check real fast. I'm composed.
They rolled a 21 to hit.
You know, that's barely hitting.
Barely.
Yeah.
That's for getting real close to my AC.
Eight points of piercing damage.
I'm glad I raged. I am standing there stoically, very upset.
Okay.
I'm no longer jogging in place.
That's fine. Willa has her action.
There's more?
But wait, there's more.
Wish we killed the ugliest hag first.
She's already dead.
Yeah, the ugliest one's dead.
Yeah, the Witcher-looking hag is dead.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Sleer only, make me a perception check as well. Probably not disadvantage because of all the chittering insects all over you.
That's a big old 7.
That's right. Nothing happens. Nothing for you to see here.
Except bugs.
Yeah. Mara, so you are in the inner sanctum still at the eastern wall, sorry. No, the western wall, I was right the first time. With a handful of these holy symbols in your hand, and probably up to a dozen or so more still in the wall.
Okay. I'm guessing that I don't hear any combat? Or do I hear that? We hear it.
I mean, unless you can hear skittering of bugs around 3 corners. Probably not.
I probably say. Well, actually, no. I'll give you a free perception. But it'll need to be quite high for you to hear because there's no big bangs or booms going off yet.
18.
I think you can.
You hear the barrel breaking?
Does he rage
No, it doesn't
silently?
break.
I do silently rage.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, does rage silently. I think the only thing that you have heard is you probably did hear Cyric's blasts going off. Because they aren't silent. And you would recognize the noise because you've seen him cast that several times now.
Yeah. But I didn't hear any impacts or screams from that.
No, not at all.
I guess you'll grab more, like, holy symbols.
D12 again. That's how many.
3.
Okay, so you get another 3. So you've got 9 now.
Yeah. And I'm guessing I can't use my bonus.
I looked for desecrated holy symbols.
And I guess I can't use my bonus action for grabbing more, so that'll be my turn.
Yeah, no, bonus action, unfortunately, is not for that. That is fine. Granny Greta, Flutter, still a moth. I've not put her, because this is an hour polymorph lasts, unless she's only going to come out of it either once this situation has resolved itself or if Alton gets hit by something and loses his concentration. So, Cyric, it's back to you. So you probably do hear Sleer's sort of maybe as a sharp intake of breath or, an involuntary and this strange sort of slithery, chittering sort of noise coming from the direction that Sleer went down.
Yeah, all right. Well, obviously, he will just run after.
Yep. So quite quickly you go round and you see Sleer's bottom half is covered in a swarm of red insects.
He looks back at you. His eyes are full of rage and terror. He's silently panicking. He doesn't know how to hit such small creatures with a big axe.
So, Sirik, what do you
Does
do?
Sirik think that he can just like scare them away by shooting them twice? Like, are they like a separate creature in of themselves?
Oh no, you mean mechanically in
Game-wise,
the game,
yeah.
they're a single creature, but
All right.
to what Sirik sees is you just see tens of dozens of small insects all over Salir.
Yeah, I think that Sirik does not like centipedes.
Does anybody?
I honestly expected Sirik to go.
Yeah, like
No, too little fur.
he likes
to tickle down the throat.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check for what you're asking.
Sure. Oh, that was wrong. Intelligence check. Oof. Yeah, 4.
You're not sure how what the effect will be if you blast them whilst they're on Salir's body.
I don't think actually Sirik would care. I think he would just aim for your legs and try and get him away.
That's fair enough.
And that's why Salir...
roll a couple of blasts.
Yeah, I suppose the way I see it, they are crawled around both your legs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I suppose one on each leg.
that's fair enough.
And
again, mechanically, it's the same creature, but that's not a problem, sort of from a visual point of view, to go pew pew.
All right, so first experience. Yeah.
So 20 force damage and 13 force damage with the second one. Okay, so you obliterate them. You know, it's just like, you know, it's almost like sort of Iron Man's laser beams, like, and then you can hear them crisping and popping all individually. Really, there's that sort of smell of burnt hair coming up off of them. It's really unpleasant, but they all eventually fall completely dead, and there's sort of a crunchy, smoky, gnarled mess around Salir's feet. Salir, however, you're going to take half of that 33 damage. So,
all right.
How much damage?
He did 33. He crit the first one for a 20, and then he did 13 damage on the second one. So you're going to take 16 force damage.
We now call him Pig Leg Salir.
Sorry.
Those were my good pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you'd rolled higher on your intelligence check, I'd have told you that was what was going to happen.
Yeah, well.
Crisis averted?
Sorry, Salir. Are you alright?
It is fine.
I love it. Jesus, I'm so sorry.
It is somehow better than the insects, somehow.
I think
Yar.
Using my last first level spell, I will cast a Cure Wound on you as a healing word as a bonus action.
Yep.
Sorry.
Can someone just ping the map just to let everyone know where we are? There.
8 hit points.
Yeah. And
No,
as you see,
9 hit points.
there's a big void ahead of us. It's all perfect. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's there. It's fine.
Yeah.
Even better, I've actually managed to upload the map without the void in it that I've been trying to do for about an hour.
Oh.
I suddenly realised I had it was too large a file for Roll20, so I had to reduce the quality of it and upload
Oh,
it.
okay. Well,
You regain 9 hit points as well. Sorry. So yeah, and I'm done.
Cool. Alton, it is back to you. So you didn't witness this, but you've heard
Probably heard a lot of screaming.
Salir's cries. Yeah, you've seen the sort of the light flashing back up the tunnel as you're quite familiar with Cyric's Eldritch blasts going off, and now you're starting to get the edge of that horrible charred sort of burnt hair smell that's flowing down the tunnel from where they are.
I think
you can probably see Cyric's back standing in the sort of entranceway to this sort of wider bit.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Alton will speed around the corner. And yeah, what do I see?
Well,
other
you
than
see,
what has been explained.
There is nothing else there that's already explained. I mean, it's just these barrels that the centipedes came out of, and it is a widening of the tunnel, so it's not an actual room. It's just a sort of slightly, roughly square. Again, the whole thing's been sort of roughly mined out, but for some reason, for a bit of storage or whatever, whoever made this has just widened the tunnel a bit here, so it's too much to call it a room.
Well, I'll go my full movement towards the guys, or even past them if it takes me past them. I will.
Do you mean by using your action to dash, or just?
No, well, I mean, what I'll do is I'll make my movement first, and if I could then look just to make sure there's nothing out of place that's ready to like explode us or set us on fire or anything like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like there's no acid in the roof anymore and stuff like that.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah. New dice.
Fancy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 18.
Yeah, you are quite comfortable that there are no traps or other nasty surprises waiting for you in the vicinity.
Then, taking his backpack sort of tightly, he'll continue on running. And,
okay.
We've got to get out of here. That's his turn.
Okay. So you're sort of halfway down this bit of tunnel here then now.
Okay, we're so close.
Mm-hmm.
We're so close.
And I think just as you get down there, give me another perception.
Oh.
Give me another perception check.
Mwah. Okay, that's cocked. 14.
Okay. Yeah. So, what you hear, you don't actually see anything. You can start to see into that room that you were in before, the large rectangular room.
Uh-huh.
But what you hear is metallic shuffling feet, sort of something dragging along the floor, and then you hear 4 distinct large thumps.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Almost. Actually, give me an intelligence check as well.
Will do.
16.
16.
Yeah. The 4 thumps that you see, that may even be the sound of, I don't know, zombies coming out of the ceiling and landing on the floor.
Steve!
Dave,
Yeah.
Dave.
Dave.
Not Dave.
All right.
Quadruplets, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, Dan,
Which
get
one
on
was
it.
Which one was the Dave with the best dad in the world mug?
There was, that was, I think, in your head canon.
That was not in game.
One of them has the best Dave in the world mug, but
Oh.
So
They'll fight each other.
we move on to Salir. So you've seen Alton sort of run past you a bit, and he's a wee bit. But you've maybe just sort of seen him sort of tense up a little bit as he's either seen or heard something.
I think just as he sort of comes to the end of his run, you hear roof zombies. Who is it? Salir?
It's Salir, yes.
ah, Sorry. Okay. I'm done with centipedes. There are more barrels. Probably more centipedes. I have to hit something before my rage goes away. Well, no, I was damaged, so I'm good this round. Yeah, I will continue down the hall, I guess. Vanguarding this party.
What's your movement now?
40.
Right, well, you can get to the very edge of there with 30 movement and still have 10 feet left. But when you get there, give me a perception check.
Man, you know how good I am at those? 8.
Even with an 8, they're not very stealthy, so you do see
Zombies.
Yeah. So
Zombos.
on the, you see two groups of things. On the east side of the room, you see 4 zombies and zombie-shaped holes in the roof above where they used to be.
Yeah.
And then you look to your other side, to the west, where Alton heard the more metallic noises, and you see what seems to be 3 other zombies, but where the other ones are ragtag, rotten creatures just with clothes falling off them, you see these ones seem to be quite heavily armored.
Oh no. And I can reach either one with my extra 10 movement?
You can go to either side, and then just as you sort of, you see, you hear Greta's voice out of the ether. Obviously, not Greta, sorry, Willa.
It sounds like a moth.
My misspeaking. She's obviously, again, she's in sort of thaumaturgy, but you don't know that so much. And so you can't really get an idea of where her voice is coming from. And she just sort of says, "You didn't expect me to just let you go, especially while you have my sister and killed my other one."
I was actually hoping that you didn't and that we would get to kill you as well.
We shall see. So
ones
do you want to go for?
Going for the metal ones.
Oh, man.
The more dangerous ones.
Yeah.
Because, listen, I have a lot of weak people behind me.
Like, I imagine these new ones they could easily be on the cover of like an 80s Maiden album.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's probably where he got the token cut.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm going to go up and, as you know, I will recklessly attack them.
Recklessly attack them. Okay, that's good.
We get attacked by that zombie monster from Iron Maiden covers.
Don't want to miss. Oh yeah, 2 15s plus numbers. 23 to hit.
Yep, 23 hits.
All right. Second attack. The higher number.
That's fine. So you get 2 hits.
18 on the first attack. 19 on the second attack.
You crit on a 19?
Ooh. No, that was damage.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, say those again. Those numbers.
18 again? And 19 damage. I rolled an 11 and a 12 on my d12.
So good to have barbarians.
So good to have so
good.
much damage.
So good.
So you see the first one, I've reduced its health down considerably. So it's not in a very good shape at all. But it is still standing.
Oh god, that's not good. If I can't kill something in one hit, it's dangerous.
The upside is they rolled a 1 on their initiative.
That's good.
And the zombies rolled a 10. Okay. Anything else you want to do? I think you still got a bonus action.
And you're raging. Or do you get that later? No.
Oh no, I don't have any. That's a specific type of barbarian. I don't have any bonus action attacks. So I'm just gonna get ready to get hurt.
Okay, that's fine.
I got a quick question for you, Squid.
Yeah, fair way.
in Roll20 we see an additional token of something. Is that supposed to be there?
An additional
What?
token.
What additional token? What are you talking about? Ping on the map what you're talking about.
Do you mean that there are 3 skeleton things?
No, I see like the 4 zombies to the right,
Mhm.
and then on the left where the fog of war is,
Mm.
there is something else. Or
Oh,
am I
all
the
there
only
should be is there should be the 3 sort of armored skeleton type things, and then there's the dead swarm of centipedes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
No, no.
never mind. Never
Don't
mind
worry.
me. I was no.
Forgiveness, please, sir.
No, don't worry. Yeah,
Please.
that's fine. That's,
Sorry.
it's not. There's nothing to say sorry about.
All right.
What will Willa do?
Zombie intersection, which leads to
What?
Zombie Boulevard.
Yeah, Willa does something.
Good.
It's what
We
pieces
need her to do
dead.
things.
The zombies are just going to shuffle towards, and they're basically shuffling along to bar the entrance.
Oh, clever girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
And Mara, it is you.
Right, Mara's not hearing anything. So she's gonna grab more holy icons.
Okay.
Where was Mara?
Mara's still up top where you started.
Up in the hag room.
Great
Yeah.
choice.
She's gonna
Yeah,
grab...
you know where
Our
the healer should be.
Yeah, sure.
No, yeah, but she's grabbing 6 more.
Yep, that's fine.
About how many are there left?
50.
So you've got 15. Let's say there's another half dozen left.
Okay, yeah, since it's now quiet out there, she's gonna move out.
Okay, that's fine.
Because they would come and get her if they knew that she was behind, and they've not come and get her.
You would have heard Eldritch Blasts and stuff echoing,
Yeah.
like, by now.
Oh yeah, we
you
said
hear
that last turn that you'd
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you hear us
Yeah.
attacking stuff.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but there was no response.
Roof zombies. You know.
Would
I
that
mean-
have come all the way?
I don't
You
know.
probably wouldn't have heard Alton say roof zombies, but you probably did hear the clattering of weapons as Zalir attacked
The
the.
sound of axe
Yeah.
into armor was probably rather loud.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she's gonna move. Down.
That's
Yes. Yeah, so that's what she's going to do. I don't know how far she gets, but she moves.
Well, you took another. You can only move your 30 feet because you already tried to
Sure.
get some of the religious symbols. So
No, yeah. I'm just thinking. I don't really know where she in the room she is and how far she gets anywhere. But she
well,
moves.
she'll
anyway.
be. You'd probably be about there now.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Cyric. So it is your good self.
All right.
You
Turn into
have
something
seen
big, bro.
Alton walk past you and sort of draw up short, and he's a wee bit tense in front of you in the tunnel. Have you then seen Zalir move past him, go off to the west, out of your sight, but you can hear quite clearly that he's in combat with something.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll join my companions. So he treads along and hopefully gets to them in the room.
Oh yeah, again, you can get to sort of there, just sort of maybe like 1 foot into the room with your movement.
I guess also
Yeah.
across from that, he would see the zombies that are blocking off the exit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes, you see that. Exactly, yes.
Okay.
And then once you get there, you then also see the other 3 undead creatures with Zalir engaged on the left-hand side.
Yeah, okay. I suppose he will just keep firing at them.
Mm-hmm. At the zombies or the
At the
Dread Warrior? The zombie.
The
That's
dr-
fine.
At the
The
barbarian.
ones that Slayer is engaged in combat with.
No, right, that's fine. That's not a problem.
Yeah, so
Fire away.
yeah, so one. Yeah, I'll just double shoots. So
Oh, my-
24 and
You're rolling so high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's right.
The
Did
hag
he
den has been
Did he finally fix his? These are all also +1 that he still hasn't fixed.
Yeah.
Oh no, these aren't druid.
Oh yeah, I
Never mind.
haven't.
These
I
aren't
haven't
druid
fixed that.
related.
Yeah,
The lizard
this
came to
hag
play.
Yeah, that's not a druid thing, so you don't get that bonus for druid stuff.
Yeah.
Still.
Non-druid. But so your first ray destroys one of the dread warriors.
Wait,
It
don't
just-
you have that warlock thing we gave you that adds a +something to your stuff?
It's already been added.
Mhm.
So
Oh, okay.
the actual damage was really low on both of them, but well, I
You've
hit
got
them.
like a super awesome weapon.
Yeah.
Didn't we deck you out when you became a warlock?
No,
Absolutely.
I never took things. I believe.
We gave you the rod.
Yeah, we gave you the warlock
Yeah.
stuff.
Rod of the
Yeah,
pact.
that'd be
whatever it's
fun.
called.
I
Yeah,
don't
well,
have
yeah,
it in my
pact.
inventory or
Oh,
anything.
we gave it to you.
It's
Oh,
marked off in the back.
We'll sort that out afterwards. No, it's
Yep.
not.
Yeah.
So much just now.
Let's go
So
shopping.
you destroy one of the creatures, and then I take it you just use the other
Yeah.
beam on the other one, and it takes some hits. It is now their turn, and they are going to attack Slayer.
They have advantage.
Oh yeah, so they do.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
forgotten.
I have to be honest with these things.
Yeah, the first one rolls a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
The second one rolls a crit.
That also hits.
So the first one hits you with a battle axe
All right.
and does 8 slashing damage. So your rage halves that to 4.
Yeah.
And the second
Feeling
one
good.
hits you with a long sword.
This is the crit, is it?
Yeah.
This is a crit, and it rolled really low on one of its dice, so it does 10 slashing damage, half to 5.
All right.
Yay.
Yay! I'm not dead yet.
Yeah.
Victory.
And Alton, it is back to you.
Oh, great.
So
I'm a caster
you
with
can
no
see-
spells.
You
Beware.
can see Sirik in front of you. You can probably see some of the zombies, between his legs and sort of things. In front
That's what they call him? Yeah, no,
and,
sorry. Go on.
Mhm.
and then you can hear the noise of the combat that's out of your sight, but you know it's not far away from you.
Are all of these zombies intact, or are some of them like just torso zombies, or what are we looking at here?
No, they're all shambling, animated. They still got 2 arms, 2 legs, but
Okay.
they are not in a good state of composition.
Yeah, you were saying that they were actually in
Yeah, and
decomposition.
they've got roots and vines growing out of their torso
Yeah.
and sort of things like that. Where you've seen tree roots have maybe gone in under the arm and come out the front of their body and things.
How are they, as I come in this tunnel, what am I looking at and how are they bunched up is what I'm really asking.
They are all sort of in a 4-man line across, so they are 5 foot, 5 foot, 5 foot, 5 foot in mechanical terms.
Okay. And that's just the armor bros.
No, sorry, that's the non-armor bros
That's
right in
fine.
front of you.
I want none
The other
of
ones
the...
are clustered.
I don't want
The
any
armor
armor
bros are
bros.
clustered around Salir to the west.
Okay. Right. Well, so, Alton will... What will Alton do, huh?
Is there a certain spell that does AoE that is very popular?
If
Not
only we
anymore,
had
there's
spell
not.
slots.
There's might be something. I'm getting very light on my reserves, though.
Yeah, we need to save it for the 2 hags we have
Right?
left to kill.
Yeah, that's the issue I'm having.
We have an hour for one of them, so we can probably...
Yeah,
throw it
unless
into
I get hit at all, and then I do con saves. I mean, not to meta, but that's
And then
how...
there's a hag on your back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
piggybacking on Alton. Hey, cutie.
We seem to be
Okay.
a bit of a trouble.
Yeah, I'm in a little bit of trouble. But as you say, they don't look great. They look kind of shit, I guess. Okay, so what Alton's going to do is he's going to shake his head, going, "God damn it!" But he won't say "God damn it." He will feel it though, and he will head down and sort of stand in front of the line of 4. if that makes at all sense, that he would go. So there's 4 of them, and he will go so that he's within range, or rather that they're within range of, we'll say, a 15 foot radius.
You'll be able to get 3 out of the 4 of them in a 15-foot radius.
Very well. Then I will stay on one side of the 4 of them, I guess, if they're in a line. And he will raise his hands as his hair will start to statically charge, and he'll pull down his hands as the raven caws loudly. Thunderwave. And that is a DC. It's a con save, basically. I think it's DC 16. Let me just check that for sure. Yeah, it's 16.
Con's not bad. Right,
Yeah.
so first two fail,
Okay.
and the second 2 pass.
Ah, shit.
They both rolled 18s, the second 2.
Okay. So I'll roll for the first 2 first, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, is it not just one? It's just one. You just roll once, and then that'll be what they all get. Or
Well,
half.
okay. I can do it either way. I don't really mind. It's all the one to me.
Yeah. We'll
That's
do
good.
That just for
That's good. I rolled 7 on each, so it's 2d8, so that's 14 total.
right. So 2 of them take 14. 2 of them take 7.
2 of them will obviously be leaving my range, but I can hit one of them, so he'll take out the bastard short sword, or the vicious short sword.
I don't think you get to do reaction shots when it's a spell effect that's pushed someone away out of you. So
I think you can. I think you can. I'm not. Listen, you make a ruling. That's fine with me. But I thought you could.
I've always seen it where if they are forced out of your movement,
Yeah.
like say by a spell that makes them run away, or a spell that pushes them, or something. That's not. I've never done attack of opportunities there.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I would agree with that. So we'll do it that way. That's the thing, because I think sometimes it's too powerful if it's all of these things.
Yeah. Otherwise, because there's an Eldritch Blast spell where it's if you hit them, they get knocked backwards. So you just constantly knock people away from your allies and get free attacks of opportunity from your entire party,
Okay.
which would be interesting.
Play out Goliath with
Anyway,
a spear.
sorry about that. But two of them get knocked back from the Thunderwave, though, and are sort of against the back wall, 10 feet away, or 10 feet further away.
Yeah, cool. I think Alton will just take out his vicious short sword then in his hand and just be like, ends his turn.
That's fine. Slayer, you now only have 2 of these 3 warriors in front of you.
That's good.
And as you've now spent, a few seconds in front of them, you can see that they have chainmail on and a helm that's all in reasonable. It's got a few dents and a few tears in it, but it's definitely usable armor. It's probably providing the normal sort of protection that you would expect from the chainmail and the shield. And they're not quite so lumbering. The zombies are obviously being controlled slightly mindless. These definitely seem to have a bit more of a understanding of things, of what they're doing.
Yes.
One with a battle axe, one with a long sword of the 2 that are still up.
Right. I will hit it recklessly.
Okay. I take it the one that was damaged by
In its
Cyrix.
face, please.
Yes. I will hit it with an axe.
Nice.
It is not a giant, before you ask.
I got a natural 20.
Ooh.
So that one's gonna hurt. Let's just do the other. Yeah, just do the other attack now. That is not a crit. That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
And let's hurt some zombies.
Zambies.
Do give me the 2 separate.
Yes, I will.
The Zambo.
Not so happy with the damage, but Just 17 on the crit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive.
Yeah. And then 15 on the other one.
Okay.
Did it nat 20, it's con save.
It got an 18, but it's +3, so it's enough for it. So you think that should have been a killing blow, but for some reason, the dead fortitude that seems to be there, it manages to resist it being sent back to a grave.
Oof, alright, that's unfortunate.
I'll say.
Alright. Yeah.
I had to roll a 20 not to die, and I rolled an 18 +3 to get a 21.
I love that you're enjoying this. We're dying.
Yeah.
For someone who thought this would just be a wee hour-long thing, and it's now like 3 whole episodes.
Yeah.
You sure didn't set it up like a 1 hour long thing.
No, I know I didn't. Willa. What will Willa do?
What would Willa do?
You hear behind the zombies, in the tunnel going out to the entrance, you hear a large bang, almost like a thunder wave itself, and you see the ceiling collapse in there. And I want Salir, you've got your back to it, but Alton and Cyric can make a perception check.
17.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Oh.
Okay. Alton, your heart leaps into your throat as you see the only way out that you know. Just call in. Cyric, you are fairly sure you saw a wee flicker, and this might actually just be an illusion.
Well, all right.
But that's it's not your go at the moment. But but Alton, you're convinced this is real, and that you now know of no means of escape from the tunnel.
Yeah, you'll hear it. No.
What?
We're trapped
Oh. No, don't. There are other ways out.
in this dirty hag's hole. I don't want to be here anymore.
Alright.
Stinky and full of centipedes.
Yeah, and undead. The 4 zombies are now going to go up and actually attack Cyric and Alton. You're going to get 2 each.
Damn it. Okay.
Wait, I thought that. Dang it! That's why I'm here.
Thanks, Tank.
No, because you moved away to the right. You're there. No, there's nothing.
No.
You didn't stand in the entrance and wait for them to come to you. Right. So first 2 on Cyric.
Yep.
They're just like horrible claws. First one's a natural 2, so that misses, and the second one's a natural 19 for a 22.
Cutting words. Alton will cutting words that second strike before anything else is it. Cut it by 6.
So does a 16 still hit, Cyric?
16 is my DC.
Yeah. No, your armor class.
No. Yeah.
What's your armor class is 16, is it?
Yeah, it's 16. Yes.
Yeah, so it still hits, unfortunately.
Alton try.
Damn it.
But it's okay. Who have we lost?
Jabber.
Oh.
Jabber. Okay.
Oh, well.
It's not his goal. We'll keep going just now. I know that unfortunately the stream will look a little bit funny.
Definitely
Yep.
will. I'm still in my normal screen though, just really close.
Enjoy the fuck up
really
scene.
badly on its damage, so you only take 2 damage, bludgeoning damage, as it punches you,
Yeah, right.
rakes down. The other 2 on Mr. Elton. They rolled a 17 and a 9.
17 hits.
Yep. And you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to...
You bastard.
It's only a DC 10, though.
Okay. DC 10. Alright, you're a new dice. You will be thrown across the room if you don't work. Where's my... Con save, yeah?
Con save, yeah.
12.
Right, so you still manage to maintain concentration on your polymorph spell, so that's fine.
Yep.
Welcome back, Jabber.
I
Nothing
did it.
particular's happened.
Yeah, nothing
The
happened.
4 zombies have moved up and attacked Alton and Sirik. 1 have hit each, but they've not been particularly bad blows.
It was I suddenly didn't hear anything, and I was just staring at Discord, and I was like, work.
And you lost your head.
Yeah.
It was really warm.
You're right. It's fucking roasting, dude.
Hard to wear headphones with it, too.
I'm committed.
We'll try and get through one more sort of turn and then maybe have a break.
Perfect.
Something
Let's
like that.
kill these zombies.
Mara, I take it you're just wanting to dash behind them. So when you get to this corner here, make a perception check.
Oh, God.
14.
14. You can see that the what you initially see as a caved in hallway is that is obviously an illusion as
Oh,
well.
God damn it.
All of you rolled under 10.
I rolled I rolled bad.
More than once.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 3.
Yep.
So not only did you leave the healer behind, you left the most perceptive person in the party.
The healer stayed behind. Just
All these shitty illusions
just
are like
called.
confounding you.
So
But
she
also with that perception, you can also see the footfall and the mud and stuff on the floor, and see that your party went in this direction.
Awesome. So she'll continue on in that direction. Pick up some delicious centipedes.
Yeah, don't you make it to the centipedes, even dashing, but
Damn it.
not far. Granny I thought she was going to appear on Alton's back there, but not quite.
What?
Oh.
Well,
Well, if you'd failed that con check, your polymorph
Jesus.
would have gone.
Thought something else was happening.
No, I was just saying I thought, not rather than anyway.
My calculations are incorrect.
Yeah, so, Sirik, you now have 2 zomboids right up in your grill.
Yeah, right. I do what I always do. I tried to kill them with
That's
my
fine.
blasts.
Now, one thing I'll say before you roll the blast, you know that they are...
Sorry.
No, it's okay, but they roll at disadvantage because they're a ranged attack if you're in melee attack with something.
Yeah. So the first one's 20. Should
How
I?
many shit are you rolling?
I
Sorry,
think
anyway.
that should be
Snake
enough.
came to play today.
No, that's fine. They both hit. I take it you're focusing on one zombie, are you?
Yeah.
Or right? Well, actually, we'll do because the first one reduces it to 0. And we'll see if it makes its con check.
like the fucking Hagden has seen some incredible rolls.
Yeah. So again, the first hit, you think this thing's undead fortitude means it should have been a killing blow, and it wasn't. So then you do your second Eldritch Blast, which you managed to hit with as well. And again, its undead fortitude is such that you've basically dealt it 2 killing blows, but the necromantic magic that's keeping this thing together is just so strong. It's still coming at you.
Well,
Any movement or bonus action you wish to make before I move on to the Dread Warriors?
Don't
I
call them
don't.
that. Don't call
That's
them
what
that.
they're called.
I know, but it's too spooky. Don't call them the Bone Gang.
The Dread Warriors.
Boney boys.
They're just
No,
Boney M.
I'll leave it there.
They're the resurrected Spider Legs gang.
Okay, so 2 attacks on Salir.
At advantage.
17 for the first roll,
Yep.
and another crit on the second roll.
Yeah. That longsword guy keeps critting.
Yeah, no, he does actually. First attack's only 4 slashing damage, so
Reduced
that's half to 2.
What?
I rolled a 1
mere
on the
scratch.
damage of the crit.
What we
2
don't know.
ones, so the crit is only 4 reduced to 2.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Fuck's sake.
Nice.
Slowly surviving.
Soak up all those crits, Salir.
Yeah.
All the evil shit that's happening down here has all been to like Lady Luck to increase the luck of all rolls in this dungeon.
Yeah,
That's what Mara's thinking as she's counting her collection.
damn.
Huh?
Oh,
And I think at the top of this next order round, that's our usual sort of half past the hour for a wee short 5 to 10 minute break.
Okay.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Totally.
Alrighty, then we'll see y'all after the break. We won't be too much
We'll
longer.
be back.
It is just but a scratch. We'll see you soon, guys. See you later.
Yeah.